We'd like to welcome you inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming, home of the Thermopolis Bobcats. Today's game is going to be a varsity football matchup between the visiting Tongue River Eagles of Dayton, Wyoming, and your Thermopolis Bobcats. Tongue River Eagles coming into this game, coming off a loss to the Sheridan Junior Varsity team. They lost 21-0 up in Dayton. The Bobcats, of course, if you joined us last week, coming off of a win over the Newcastle Dogies at Buffalo High School. 12-7 with Dell Dukes and his incredible catch in the back of the end zone and a well-placed dagger by Armani Dukes to end the game in the final seconds. Bit of a pre-game show here. The Bobcats coming out, and we got a tunnel now, as you can see in the corner of your screen there. First year I've ever seen them use one, so this is actually pretty interesting. I don't know if it's just for the first home game of the season or if it's just going to be a more permanent thing. But we're still about 13 minutes away from kickoff here at Thermopolis. The Tongue River Eagles warming up over there as the Bobcats are getting ready to enter the tunnel here. And it's always a good time when the season opens up at LeRoy Hayes Field. And Bobcats second year of the Boone Bowker era. And there's a lot. We talked about it a little bit in our pregame recap, and here come the Bobcats at the tunnel for the first time this season here at LeRoy Hayes Field. The Bobcats coming fresh off the win against Newcastle. And this is your TBSN pregame show here. And trying to ignore the music. YouTube's probably going to have my neck for it, but the Thermopolis Bobcats coming off that win 12-7 over the Newcastle Dogies. There's a couple people we'd like to watch here before the game starts. Obviously, we got to talk about Zane Stam, the guy that in a very poor running offense against Newcastle. Quite frankly, Zane Stam had the best performance out of the running back last week, and he's going to be a guy we're going to be looking at throughout the course of the game. Now, if Bowker does decide to throw the ball today, which I doubt he will, we could be looking at Armani and Dell again, but he also has other options. He could target a couple of other people here. Knowledge Collins is the one I'm going to be looking at. Zane Sam, obviously, he's also got the Aaron brothers that he can target if he so chooses. And it's going to be really interesting to see where this team can go today. Anything's possible. The home opener. Now, Tongue River has had Thermopolis number since 2021. Obviously, we talked about this in the post leading up to the stream, but the Tongue River Eagles have won 3 of the last 4 meetings. Obviously, 2020, Thermopolis won that first meeting with Tongue River, just moved up from 9-man to 2A. And they also, Tongue River Eagles, had won the last 3 games, the forfeit in 2021, and of course, a couple of fair and square actual team wins in 22-23. I don't think this is going to be any different this year. Captains are headed toward the middle of the field. 10 minutes left until kickoff. We'll be right back. You are watching Varsity Football on TBSN, the voice of the Bobcats since 2018. Like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming, home of the Thermopolis Bobcats. And it is time, the season opener from LeRoy Hayes Field. The Bobcats are back in town, coming off the win over Newcastle. Tongue River coming off the loss to Sheridan. It's not football season unless the stands are purple, the grass is green, and Lyle Wiley has the camera. That's how you know it's football season. It's a little bit smoky because of the fires in Togany Pass, but it's, I guess the future is pretty bright for the Bobcats. Like we said, second year of the Bowker era, and got a lot to prove after a 2-6 season last year. However, a lot of things ahead for the Bobcats, especially if they continue to utilize the seniors that they have in their arsenal. Del Duke, Zane Stam especially, and the Bobcats lining up to receive the kickoff. It looks like it's going to be Del Dukes and, looks like it's going to be Del Dukes and Ryan Aarons getting set to receive the kickoff. Kicking it away for the Eagles will be number 25, Caden Hill, a senior, who will also be playing running back and linebacker tonight for the Tongue River Eagles. So Dukes and Aarons back ready to receive the kickoff. We have a student section here right in front of me. The stands are pretty packed, and we are underway. The 2024 season officially underway. It's week 1 now. They'll let it roll out of the side here. And that is going to put laundry on the field, and that is going to give the Bobcats really good field position there. So not a great start there for the Tongue River Eagles. However, we still got 4 quarters to play. 12 minutes put on the board, 4 quarters. We'll be with you here all throughout the course of the game here on Two Basin Sports Network, the voice of the Bobcats. And here come the offense. Bobcats like to use a little bit of a pro-style offense. They got usually will use 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a tight end. And it looks like that's what they're going to do here. Armani Duke, actually no, not using that formation right now, but it's still kind of a shotgun-style formation. Dukes will have a running back to his right hip and behind him here, if we can focus on him. Monument Hill in the background. We're ready to go. The snap, and it'll be a run up the middle, and it looks like a fumble, or at least no, check that. It's actually just a tackle behind the back. The Tongue River sideline was really reactive there. But it was brought down by the Eagles. Cash Volmer on the play, a junior, be playing linebacker and offensive lineman today for the Eagles. So he'll be on the line when they switch sides here. Tongue River having a couple people sneaking in there. It'll be a run up the far side for Dukes off the quarterback keeper, and it will bring up 3rd down for the Bobcats.
Number 12.
So they'll get back to about the original line of scrimmage. It's either 3rd and 11 or 3rd and 10. There we go. So 3rd down 10, so they'll get rid of the double stack there. Bobcats lining up. They got 2 receivers on the near side. They're using a receiver on the far side here. In motion is Aarons. Out of shotgun, and he's going to get on to the snap. It'll be a keeper by Dukes. He'll run near side. Pitches it off to Aarons on the near side on the option. Still going! Down the near side! Down the touchdown! Touchdown! Bobcats! Number 22 on the play, Ryan Aarons! Oh, my Lord!
Ryan Aarons with the 65-yard touchdown.
And you heard it there, 65 yards for one of the Aarons twins. And the first touchdown on, I think, the 3rd or 4th play of the game. And the Bobcats will take the early lead here. And the Eagles, student section is blocking the way, unfortunately. So we apologize. It looks like the Bobcats are going to go for 1 here. They did not kick against Newcastle, which I guess they must have heard my complaints. Student section is right there blocking the camera, so we apologize for that.
Extra point is no good.
So no good. It will remain 6-0 here. Bobcats will regroup here. We'll get ready for the kickoff. We'll be right back. You are watching Varsity Football on Two Basin Sports Network, the voice of the Bobcats. Welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming, home of the Thermopolis Bobcats. You're watching the Bobcat home opener here and 2A, or actually no, not 2A opener, but week 1 here, the home opener Bobcats and the Eagles from Tongue River High School. Ryan Aarons broke off a 60-plus yard touchdown, and he had to break a couple of tackles for it too. He looked like a younger Christian McCaffrey out there, quite literally, just breaking tackle after tackle. It's now 6-0 on the board for the Bobcats. And by the way, we apologize when the Bobcats kick off. You're probably not going to be able to see the field because the student section is standing on the bleachers, so you're not going to be able to see much. We apologize. Not much we can do about a bunch of kids. So the kickoff is underway. Bit of a low kick there, and it will roll into the end zone. It will be a touchback for off the Bobcat kick. So Tongue River will get started on their own 20-yard line. Please, for the love of God, sit down.
Tongue River.
Yeah, we apologize, audience, once again. Nothing we can do.
10 from there.
I'm not going to yell at a bunch of kids. To be fair, I probably could raise my camera up, but that's not really the point. Oh, well, I guess they're just going to be on camera then. Screw it. Tongue River lining up at the 20-yard line. They got one receiver out to the near side, one on the far side, so it looks like they're going to use a 2-receiver set here, if you can see it all. It'll be the first offensive series for the Eagles. Under center, he'll get the snap. It'll be a run to the far side. He's tripped up, taken down. I couldn't see who got... Actually, I could see. I think it was Aarons that got the tackle there. It was number 25 on the run for the Eagles.
Caden Hill, the ball carrier.
So Caden Hill, the senior, doing double duty as running back and linebacker. Sorry.
2nd and 10.
No such thing as a run backer that I'm aware of. So with that, Tongue River will break out of the huddle. They'll get lined up. Get used to it. Dale Duke's lining up near side corner. There'll be a snap. It'll be a run up the far side. He'll get some space, but he'll get taken down. Brought down on the tackle by number 4, Zane Stam. And Stam's been kind of the backbone of that Bobcat defense in the Newcastle game. And now we got a substitution coming on. It's the 53 of, James Witt headed to the sideline. It looks like Matt Buckner will head onto the field on the defensive side of the ball. Looks like he's kind of their third down option there. We apologize once again that you can't see. Got heads blocking the way. Not much we can do. Tongue River under center and a bot snap. He's going to try to get there. Dukes was the ball still on the ground. They're whistled. Dukes almost got there, but a bad snap by the Eagles will bring up 4th down.
The ball is recovered by Tongue River.
And you've got to get those snaps down. I know it's early in the season, but those snaps, if you have a bad snap or a bad O-line performance, things are going to go wrong really quickly. Tongue River getting ready to kick it away as Aarons went back to receive the punt. And it's a low-quality camera. I don't know why I'm so concerned about the view anyway. Kick is up, and it's going to be Aarons getting ready to receive the punt. Tongue River could try and down it here, and they will. And it is downed by, I think that was number 51 on the play. So it was down by Halder Volmer. Good Lord, how many Volmers are there on this Tongue River roster? Second offensive series coming up. Got 9 minutes left in the first quarter here. You are watching Bobcat football on 2 Basin Sports Network, the voice of the Bobcats since 2018. Bobcats getting set here. Looks like Tongue River's going to come out in a 4-3 here. Linebackers kind of getting a little bit close to the line there. I think we saw Newcastle do kind of the same thing. And a run up the middle for Aarons, and he'll be marked down at about the 44.
Chris Aarons
brings up 2nd down on the play.
Brought down by Caleb Volmer.
So Caleb Volmer on the tackle there. 2nd down, and I believe this is 9 coming up here for the Cats. Student section just won't sit their butts down. It's not even the front pack I'm worried about. It's just those guys in the back. Probably doing it on purpose. Pro set here, snaps the ball. He'll keep it on the run. He is using his legs, breaking through, and he will get the first down and a little bit more as he will get across midfield.
Armani Dukes.
So Armani Dukes is going to get a couple yards off the keep there. Bobcats seem to have immensely bolstered their, or kind of, I don't know if it's the O-line or if they're teaching new techniques with the runners here, or a mixture of both. But this has been a really effective run game so far in this game. In motion, and it looks like we've got some jumpers. So it might be false start on the Bobcats. But we'll just have to see what the ref called. I don't know if it was Tongue River or Thermop. I thought I saw this, saw the left guard jump there.
Procedure penalty on the
And
Bobcats.
it is a false start on the Bobcats, so they will move it back. 1st and 15 coming up here.
1st and 15.
Not really that big of a deal. It is still first down. Just be lucky you didn't lose the down, but still. In motion is Aarons. The snap will be a pitch out to the far side for Aarons, and he'll be swallowed up by a flock of Eagles in the backfield there. And it will bring up 2nd down and long coming up here.
Ryan Aarons, the ball carrier.
They've been really giving it off to Chris and Ryan both today a lot.
Down by number 23.
And kind of have to,
Green.
I mean, right now it's not that big of a deal, but they kind of have to diversify the play calling a little bit unless they want to take a risk with a couple of the freshmen, put them in the game. But right now, that's my main concern with being a lopsided offense is that eventually somebody's going to get tired and they're going to start decreasing production. It will be a pass. Quick throw to Dale Dukes on the near side, and he is frustrated that he missed that one.
Dukes.
So
Ball is incomplete.
Incomplete pass, 3rd down and 16 coming up for the Thermopolis Bobcats off the drop by Dukes. And that is a kind of a difficult call to make there. I don't think it was really on the receiver. I think Armani kind of just had a little bit of I think he just kind of misread where Dukes was going to go on the field, kind of misread the route. But 3rd and 16 coming up. 2 receivers on the near side, 2 on the far side. Looks like they're going to overload here. 1 running back to the hip. And he'll send a man in motion. The snap, it'll be a fake handoff. He'll pass it. They're going to keep going. Dukes calling his man downfield. He's going to run near sideline, and he'll be brought down on the near side. Couldn't find a target, and then we'll bring up 4th down for the Bobcats.
Dukes on the carry.
7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. You're watching Bobcat football on TBSN, the voice of the Bobcats.
Snell.
And looks like they're trying to decide if they want to keep the offense out or if they're going to punt the ball. Now, kind of frustrating is the Bobcats really did not punt the ball much against Newcastle. And a timeout has been called by Thermop, so we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You are watching Varsity Football on Two Basin Sports Network, the voice of the Bobcats. 6-0 when we come back. I'd like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis. Timeout has expired. Bobcats did call a timeout. It's 4th down in case you're just joining us here in Thermopolis. 6-0 off of a 60-plus yard run by, I think by Chris Aarons. And that kind of set things in motion, but Bobcats having trouble on this drive. The snap will be a pass here. Dukes will drop back to pass. He's under serious pressure. And through the hands of Zane Stam, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Dukes to Stam.
And so the Bobcats will forfeit that drive, and they will Tongue River will take over. I feel like maybe Valkyrie's listening to our live streams because this is probably they didn't even pass this much in the Newcastle game. I'm actually glad that they're trying to take a little bit of a risk here with Armani because he is a good passer. He needs to be warmed up just a little bit, though. So Tongue River on their second offensive series. They were forced to punt it away last time, but now they are in very good field position as they are almost directly right on top of midfield. Try to imagine that the T's been painted. And the snap, it'll be a run up the near side, and it'll be brought down for a gain of about 2. Maybe 3 on the play. Halfway through the first quarter here, 2nd down and 6.
Meatball carrier.
I think we got a Tongue River fan in the home stands. You are not in the right place, buddies. Tongue River getting out of the huddle. 2nd down and 6 coming up. 5:45 left on the board in the first quarter. One man in the backfield. He'll send a man in motion. It'll be a pitch to the far side. Bobcats will be right on top of that. He'll slide through a couple of defenders, and finally be brought down on the far side of the field next to the 50. It'll bring up 3rd down. Actually, past the 50. It'll be down near the 47-yard line, I think, in Bobcat territory. Still, 3rd down, though. Bobcats' run defense looks to be a little bit improved compared to last week. Of course, that was a week 0 game, and of course, you're going to see improvement between weeks, but Bobcats, I didn't think they would actually, bolster their defense this much. And this is a team that almost beat Lovell in the quarterfinals last year. Quarterfinals. So Tongue River not Lovell, Lyman, sorry. The run up the middle, he will not get far. 4th down coming up for Tongue River. So for the Bobcats to be on the same level as a team that made the playoffs, I think they had 7 wins last year, or 6 wins. Pretty impressive.
Down by the interior of the Bobcat defense.
So either Newcastle is really good or Tongue River is really bad this year. Bobcats still keeping things a little bit entertaining here. It's still only a 6-0 lead here in the first quarter. 4th down and 3, I believe, coming up here for the Cats. I think they need to replace that scoreboard because the LED is starting to go out in that thing. I think they replaced that thing like 10 years ago. I remember when they first put those in. Tongue River thinking shotgun, and a timeout has been called for the Eagles. So we'll take another quick break, and we'll be right back. 4th down coming up for the Eagles when we come back. I'd like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming. The first of 2 home games we'll be covering here in the month of September. We, of course, will be bringing to you the game as Worland comes to town for the first, I think, the first contest that actually counts toward the standings since 2008 between these two. The punt, and it is kind of a low punt, but it'll be just a little bit far enough to go back near inside the 10. Tongue River will down it. Dukes thought about picking it up, but he thought better of it, and that'll bring up 1st and 10. It'll start the 3rd offensive series for the Bobcats. Of course, a dropped pass to Zane Stam is what ended their drive last time. Of course, I will still applaud Bowker for being brave with the play calling. I liked when Matt McPhee actually passed the ball a couple years ago, and I'm liking this. Of course, I'm a little bit biased toward the passing style of play, but that's just me. Has a man to his right hip. I forgot which one was Armani. In motion is Aarons. And it'll be a run up it'll be a pitch. It's botched. And he's going to have to get out of there quickly. And he is brought down just barely outside the goal line. So they very, very nearly avoid disaster. Almost got the safety. It looked like it was, I think they were trying to do a little bit of an option type pitch to the outside to Aarons, but fortunately it just did not go well. A little bit of miscommunication there between Dukes and Aarons, and it'll bring up 2nd down in a Walmart parking lot. They have their men spread wide here. Oh, that sounded bad. They have their receivers spread wide here. They got one on the near side, near the sideline, the other on the far side. It looks like it's going to be a run to the far side, and it'll be brought down for a small gain on the play. Third down coming up, still behind the original line of scrimmage. So third down and 11, I believe, is coming up. And that's exactly what it is, 3rd and 11. Bet Wiley's getting some good pictures down there.
Number 4, Zane Sam.
2:40 to go here in the first quarter. You're watching Bobcat Varsity Football on Two Basin Sports Network.
And 11.
A proud supporter of the Bobcat Athletics, bringing it to you on the internet since 2018. And it'll be a run up the middle. He is breaking tackles, but he's finally brought down. And whoever threw that paper, I'm not going to finish that sentence. The flag is down on the far side there. So let's see what it is. It might be something on. It might. I'm willing to bet it's holding. How much do you want to bet it's holding? You can't bet on high school athletics. If you can, that's really screwed up. So let's see what the call on the field is. Referees are just not giving us anything here. So let's see here what the call on the field is, and it is holding on the bottom. What did I tell you? Holding on Thermopolis, so that will send them back a little bit.
We'll bring up 4th down.
4th down coming up here for Thermopolis. And things kind of, this is a lot worse than it probably should have been. However, could always be worse. They could have given up a safety on that botched pitch. But 4th down is coming up, and they will actually punt the ball. What a shock.
For Tongue River.
I know I'm being really mean to Bowker this season, but just know that it's out of love. And he's going to get back. He's going to get the fair catch, and if he didn't, Dukes probably would have lit him up. So Tongue River got the fair catch there as Caden Hill was the one that got the fair catch there. Why are these not in numerical order for Tongue River? I'm sorry, Riverton Ranger, you guys have got to do this a little bit better. They got the Thermopolis numbers in numerical order, but not the Tongue River ones. That doesn't make any sense. The Riverton Ranger prints our rosters, so no shade to them. It's just, constructive criticism. Tongue River getting set up here. Near side receiver, number 11, Hagen Walker. It'll be a near side run here for the man in the backfield, and he will not go anywhere on the play. Didn't go forwards, didn't go backwards. So Hill, the senior, was the one on the run there. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
On the tackle.
Like I said, Bobcats doing an impeccable job thus far. I mean, we're not even through the first quarter yet, but they are doing an impeccable job holding the line here compared to last week. And I think they kind of took those lessons from the Newcastle game, because Newcastle was running right through them like a track meet. But right now they're doing really well. And, historically Thermopolis has not had a very good run defense. In fact, I believe they had the worst run defense a couple years ago in Class 2A. They pitched to the outside, almost got him there, couldn't get it. Armani Dukes tried to dive for the tackle, and that's one thing. You never leave your feet when you're trying to make the tackle. And just what I thought. And I've been hearing from my sources that Boone Bowker's been trying some different techniques in practice when it comes to tackling. He's trying to do some head behind the back tackling techniques, which has kind of been, let's be honest, it's kind of actually been pretty effective just from passing the eye test here. But 3rd down coming for Tongue River. But Armani Dukes, of course, missed that tackle. I think that was just a case of leaving his feet there. Rolls out to the left side. He'll throw on the run, and it's going to be caught. Lowers his shoulder and a big hit. And he's brought down, he's brought down on the play by the Bobcats. That was on the pass to number 25, Caden Hill.
The tackle for the Bobcats. Good number 8, Tongue River, 1st and 10.
Eagles will escape with the first on that one. I'm sorry for the camera shaking and some audio stuff. We got people arriving on the bleachers where I'm at, so got a couple of students coming in, either students or alumni. Clock still running, 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Lining up far side. Receiver is Alex Whitehead. The snap. He'll roll out to the right side. He'll throw on the run. Sends it up and picked off. One-handed grab. That was a video game catch, and the Bobcats have been doing plenty of those lately. Dale Dukes, of course it is, got the interception, a one-handed grab. And this is why I keep pounding the table for them to give him the ball, because he can make some fantastic grabs. We'll be right back. The Bobcats will have it inside their own red zone when we come back. But right now, the Bobcats have the lead, 6-0. We'll be right back on Two Basin Sports Network. Are you a business and would like to guarantee that we bring these games to you? Well, then please consider sponsoring us here. We don't have the ad loaded up. I have an ad, but it's on my computer and it's currently getting repairs. But if you'd like to sponsor us and guarantee that we bring you coverage of every Bobcats game, from basketball to football and of course Warriors soccer, then please consider reaching out and sponsoring us to BasinSportsNetwork@gmail.com, all lowercase. And, of course, the number on your screen, area code 307-388-9203. Your sponsorship helps guarantee that we bring you Bobcat athletics no matter where they go. Well, second quarter started up. Student section still blocking our way, and that's unfortunate, but at least if the Bobcats have an efficient offense, at least that'll be alleviated. It's a little bit better than what it was, but the student section still continuing to block our view. Do your guys' legs ever get tired? Rolling out to the right side. Dukes on the far side. He's going to try and throw it deep, and it's going to go short. I think he tried to... I don't know who he tried to target on the play there. I'm trying to get his number.
Armani Dukes.
Tried to throw it to Dell Dukes. So that was number 1. So that's the second time he's targeted Dell and has not come up with anything. However, Armani was trying to run out of a bit of a situation. The offensive line, once again, the O-line is not holding its water here. And that's causing Armani Dukes to just kind of have to scramble out of situations. And that is not going to be a good recipe for getting a good play off there. They need to hold their blocks here. The snap, a run for Armani, and it will be just a small gain on the play. 3rd down and 8, I believe, is coming up here.
Armani Dukes on the...
For the love of God, please.
Short stand on the play. 3rd down.
Yep, and there's more students spilling in, so this is only going to get worse. Once again, to our audience, we apologize. The student section is blocking your view here. We apologize. Not much we can do about it. Armani Dukes under center. The snap. It'll be a run up the middle here for Aarons, and he'll be brought down for a gain of about 3 on the play. 4th down coming up as Chris Aarons on an amazing run. They've been feeding him the ball a lot here today. They fed him the ball quite a bit against Newcastle. Actually, no. Him and Zane Stam actually had a more even split.
For the Bobcats.
Looks like Colby Deere is going to come in to punt. Back to return is going to be number 26, Caden Hill. Or sorry, number 25. And the snap, he's going to punt it away. He'll punt it out toward the far sideline, or he'll actually drop in the middle here, and Dell Dukes will down it as him and Nolan Collins were surrounding it.
River.
A bunch of piranhas. So Tongue River will get another offensive shake here. They've not had a very successful time today at all. They had it. Dell Dukes picked it off with one hand, mind you, to end the first quarter. Tongue River, this is kind of reminding me of the Newcastle game. A lot of good defense, but not a lot of good offense by either team. I thought Thermopolis was going to have a lot more success after Aarons broke off that run, but right now it's kind of been not a great offense for Thermopolis. A lot of blown opportunities. The snap, it'll be a run up it'll be a keeper by the quarterback here. He'll get there toward the near side, wrapped up and taken down. And I think that was number 77 on the play that made the tackle. That is Brody Sorensen, the senior.
Carter Maslowski on the keeper.
And this is the guy I've been telling you about in the pregame
Six on the play, 2nd and 4.
Where is he? Carter Maslowski, a senior quarterback. He threw a couple of interceptions against the Sheridan JV team last week. However, I still kind of have a little bit of confidence. He's been a really good player today for Tongue River. It was a really good run, but 2nd down and 5 coming up. They're halfway to the distance there. And a keeper by Maslowski as he will be taken down by a pride of Bobcats on the play.
Maslowski on the keeper.
Mike Wazowski. I'm sorry, I had to make that joke at least once.
32, Chris Aarons. Putting up the 3rd and 1.
That's actually inaccurate. We are I think we're ranked in the top 30 in Wyoming. So, no, we are not number 1, but we're kind of close. Although there's only 50 ranked teams in Wyoming? 60? Here comes Tongue River. Getting ready on 3rd down and short. Or 3rd down and 1. And we got Laundry. Might have been some movement there on the defensive line. We'll just have to see what the referee says here.
Delay of game.
Delay a game, actually, on Tongue River.
Tongue River.
So that's actually the first time that I've seen delay of game get called in these games in, literally years. Maslowski gets the play from the head coach. Student section once again still blocking our way. We apologize. Again, not much we can do. Although I don't think they really give... I'm not going to complete that sentence. I have a sailor mouth outside the microphone, but in the microphone I got to keep myself contained. The run up to the far side, and he is taken down by a pride of Bobcats there on the far side. Still a thundering run there by number 30.
Jack Melger, the ball carrier.
Hold on. Sorry.
On the tackle.
Jack Melger, yep, number 39, actually. We apologize.
4th down.
But 4th down's coming up here. They did not, I think they lost a couple of yards there on the play. But Tongue River's getting ready. 2 men to his hip.
Watkins to
check that. Actually, they're going to punt it. I was like, I knew I recognized that formation, but they're covering as much as they can here. Dukes, I believe, back to return, as well as Aaron. No. I don't think so. But it's going to be punted to the far side here. They'll chase it down, and it will drop. Tongue River will down it close to the 20. And Thermopolis will have try number 5, I believe, here on offense. 7:45 to go here in this half, and then we'll have a quick halftime break. Once again, I'd like to thank you so much for tuning in to Two Basin Sports Network coverage of varsity football, the home opener for the Thermopolis Bobcats here. I either need a taller tripod or I need for these kids to sit down. No, seriously, I can't see a freaking thing. In motion is Aarons. And falls. The snap. There'll be a run up the middle, and he'll be brought down for a gain of about 4. So 2nd down and 6 coming up here for the Cats.
Say Sam on the Bobcats. On the play. 2nd down.
7:20 to go here in the half. Looks like they're going to probably send... I think they're going to send Aaron to motion here. That's just how the formation looks to me. And the snap, it'll be a run up the far side. It'll be a keeper by Dukes. He'll get past the sticks and more. 1st down coming up for Thermopolis. And he'll get out of, I think he'll get out of bounds close to the 40, or sorry, close to the 35.
By TJ Watkins. Good enough for a Bobcat First and 10.
Third and 35-yard line, first and 10, Bobcats. No marching band today, unfortunately, which is sad. Maybe they just don't have enough people. But I'll tell you what does have enough people. The grandstands are packed, and they are only getting fuller. Bobcats fans are the best in the Bighorn Basin, I got to tell you. Let's run up the middle, and that is going to be brought down close to the 40. I think about the 38. Or 39, actually. So third down coming up here for the Bobcats. The gray jerseys moving the ball here. Second down and 6. Remember, Armani Dukes had that first down earlier had that first down run about a gain of 12. So this is why they're in this situation, and they're moving the ball pretty well. So halfway through the second quarter here. Dukes lining up far side. The snap. It'll be a run up the middle. And Stam is brought down. The tackle made by number 39.
Stam's the ball carrier.
Brought down by number 39, Jack Melger, the senior.
Number 39, Jack Melger.
Timeout has been called by the Bobcats, so we'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Varsity football returns when we come back on TBSN. Enjoy the complete silence. The voice of the Bobcats. We'll be right back. Welcome back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field, home of the Thermopolis Bobcats. And a little bit still, like we said, a little bit hazy from the Togety pass fires. But it looks like it still looks like it's a fine day for football. Barely a cloud in the sky if you don't count the haze. Well, of course, there's haze everywhere. It's the LeRoy Hayes. Oh, it's going to be a fumble there by Aarons. I think it was recovered by Tongue River. And that's exactly what I was afraid of. This is the second time Aarons, I believe, has dropped the ball on the pitch. And this time, Tongue River will pick it up. First and 10 coming up on the 35-yard line. Tongue River could very well be in a position to tie this up unless the Bobcats can make a historic stand here. Which, despite how well their defense has played today, I just don't have much confidence. They'll break out near the 38-yard line. Sorry, not 38. I'm sorry, 36. Where did I pull that from? Near side and swallowed up on the play. I saw number 53 in there. That is James Witt, a junior, on a fantastic tackle. Now, like I said earlier, back in the first quarter, Boone Bowker has been doing some behind the shoulder tackling methods, and it looks like they are really working for him here. I don't know where he learned it from, but whoever taught him it, you're a legend. You're helping our defense get good. 5 minutes to go here in the half. In motion, number 25, Caden. What's his face? It'll be a run up the near side, and he won't get too far there as the Bobcat interior will bring him down at the 30-yard line. So third down coming up for the Tongue River Eagles.
Nolan Collins. The tackle.
Nolan Collins on the tackle, the junior, playing defensive back, so I think that's linebacker. So the secondary making its moves here. Bobcats still coming out in that 3-4 front. The snap, it'll be a screen pass for Tongue River. Brought down close to the line of scrimmage, just a little bit further out. 4th down coming up. I thought it was going to get batted down for a moment, but great heads-up play by the defense there to keep that from going any further. And on this set of downs, Tongue River is going to get down to the 4th down, and they've had one set of downs, and it's not looking good on this drive.
4th and a long 3. So
4th down and 3 coming up for the Bobcats. Tongue River is going to keep the offense out on the field, it looks like. Although, why wouldn't you? You're down 6. You're probably going to get the ball back in the second half. Try and get as many points on the board. Far side run. And he will get out of bounds. I think it was... No, he's marked short. So I think that's going to be Bobcat possession. So first down, Caden Hill had a thundering run to the outside, but I think he might just went a little too far up, and I think Bobcats just had enough momentum to get there. 1st and 10.
Downs. 1st and 10.
So Bobcats will dodge yet another bullet in what has been a very close game so far. Tongue River trying not to go 0-2. It's one thing to lose to the Sheridan JV team, but now you're back in 2A play. You have to start playing a little bit better. Now this is not going to count toward, because they're in 3A East, we're in 3A West, but flag on the play as he is swallowed by a flock of eagles. And it looks like the one getting the most celebration up there was number 55. Number 55, Braxton Winfrey. Yep, there we go.
On the tackle for Tongue River. No gain on the play.
So let's see what the flag was for. And it looks like it was on the Bobcats. And so the penalty was declined by Tongue River. They're going to keep that sack there for Thermop. 2nd down and 15 coming up. They'll keep the play rolling.
Penalty is declined.
Bobcats lined up under center. Not going shotgun this time, which is interesting. It'll be a run up to the run up the middle. He'll break one tackle. Going down the middle. He's going near side. Steps on the guy. Going to the corner. He's going to the him. Down the near side and is brought down. 1st down, Bobcats. Bridger Powell on the play.
Powell on the wrong run for the Bobcats.
Did you see that? He juked a man, and he got the 1st down and more.
1st and 10.
Very thunderous runs here by the Bobcats. The running game vastly improved from the Newcastle game, and you can see the difference. My voice is going to be shot by the end of the night if the Bobcats keep doing plays like that. This actually makes me excited for what the rest of the season will bring, because Tongue River has had our number the past 3 years, and it feels so good. This is good. If the Bobcats down, I'm not going to say anything because there's still like 26 minutes left. It'll be a option play here. Armani Dukes. Oh my Lord! He runs over a man. Get that man some milk. 2nd down coming up here for the Bobcats. Armani Dukes completely steamrolls a guy, but I think he still got the tackle. 2nd down and 7, I believe, coming up for the Bobcats. 2 minutes left here in the 2nd quarter. Halftime coming up. We'll have a small halftime show for you. Bobcats will kick off to start the 2nd half. It'll be a pitch to the near side. Brought down by the entire linebacker and defensive line core of the Tongue River Eagles. It'll be 3rd down coming up for the Bobcats. Now, they had the same problem in Newcastle. They have had big plays to break out of their half of the field, but once they break into the opponent's half, they start having... And I know that's kind of football in a nutshell, too, because that's less space the defense has to cover. Defense is all scrunched in. It's kind of hard to make a play once you get into the red zone. But Bobcats kind of need to start they need to hit their blocks a little bit better. They need to start finding ways to get into the end zone here. In motion. 3rd down coming up. It'll be a run up the far side. I think Dukes kept it. Marked down for a short gain, if he even got a gain at all. Got a 1-yard gain or a 0-yard gain. Chain gang didn't move, so it's still going to be 4th down and 5. And I highly doubt they're going to kick a field goal. This is not Lovell.
On the fourth down.
But 38 seconds left on the board. I think Balker's just going to let this clock run. Maybe he's trying to drain it. Nope. Check that. As soon as I say that, Thermopolis will use their final timeout of the second quarter, of the first half. We'll be right back. Bobcats use their last timeout. It's 6-0 here in LeRoy Hayes Field. We'll be right back on Two Basin Sports Network, the voice of the Bobcats. I'd like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field, home of the Thermopolis Bobcats. And it is a 6-0 ball game. Bobcats, 4th down and 5. They're inside Tongue River territory, so they could try to break into the red zone here, but there's 33 seconds to go. Bobcats just used their last timeout. Tongue River still has about 2 left. They used their first timeout earlier in the first quarter. Earlier at the top of the second, Going into a pro set here. Shotgun formation. Or shotgun set, rather. He'll pass it. Throws it out toward the corner. Goes up for it and incomplete. Targeted Dale Dukes on the play. Threw it into double coverage. And it'll be a turnover on downs for Thermopolis. Don't know what's up with Dukes today. He had that interception, a one-handed grab in the first quarter, actually to end the first quarter. But on offense, it's been an entirely different story because he's been targeted 3 times today or 4 times. It's either 3 or 4. I can't remember how many, but he's been targeted about, somewhere in that range, and he has not gotten a single reception. Something's not right. He looks like I think Armani's going to have to try to target Nolan Collins here. Either that or use one of the Aaron's twins. But he's going to have to start looking for other targets. But it kind of makes me worried because, this kind of thing, I'm kind of worried that Balker's going to pull the plug on the passing stuff here. Runs to the near side. He's going to have some room. Brock down on the play. The person I saw make the tackle was Zane Stam. Timeout called by Tongue River.
Peyton Hill, the ball carrier.
Check that. Yep, timeout called by Tongue River, so we'll be right back.
Timeout. Tongue River.
I'd like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field, home of the Thermopolis Bobcats. The Tongue River Eagles using their second timeout of the game here, or of the half here. The snap, it'll be a run up the middle for Tongue River. I think they're just trying to burn clock. Well, that doesn't make sense because why would they call it timeout? But clock will continue to run. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, whistle. And with that, we're going to head into halftime here. The Thermopolis Bobcats continue to lead 6-0. You are watching Varsity Football on Two Basin Sports Network, the voice of the Bobcats since 2018. We'll be right back with a bit of a short halftime show for you in just a moment. 6-0. 15 minutes until we restart action. We'll be right back on TBSN.
Support.
Welcome back to Two Basin Sports Hour coverage of varsity football. The Thermopolis Bobcats and the Tongue River Eagles taking off here on the Bobcats opening night here at LeRoy Hayes Field. And I gotta say, my chest hurts. It's really smoky. I think there's still fires going on in Togety Pass near DuBois, and man, you can really feel it. It's kind of hard to breathe out here. And well, you want to talk about another team that's, you want to talk about hard to breathe. Bobcats have been, both the Bobcats and Eagles defenses have been suffocating today. Might as well be a wildfire. Both teams have not been able to move the ball at all. Tongue River still has a goose egg on the board as it stands. And Thermopolis also, they had that first quarter. I thought they were going to run out a little bit more than this. It's only a 6-0 ball game. A touchdown run by Chris Aarons is what set this into motion. And I thought it was going to bring some momentum for the Bobcats, but the Tongue River Eagles just kind of took that touchdown, and they're like, nah, you're not going to get by anymore. Your touchdown privileges have been revoked. That's basically what they've been just doing to Thermopolis. Defense is still doing good. The run defense, I thought they were going to just run all over Thermopolis with the run game. They've been running the ball a lot. They've had like 3 or 4 pass plays. But Thermopolis has been able to hold it up pretty steady. They have a pretty stout pass defense already as it is. But the run defense is a lot better than it probably should. It's a lot better than it's been over the past few years, and especially against the Newcastle game, because the Dogies ran over Thermop in that game last week. So it's really nice to see that. But they really need to start getting things in motion here. They need to start, the Dukes brothers especially need to start getting a little bit more of a connection here. Armani looks a little bit. He's not able to settle in, and the pocket is collapsing around him way too quickly. It's about like 2 seconds, and then there's a lineman chasing after him. The offensive line needs to, I said this a lot during the first and second quarters, but the offensive line really needs to hit their blocks here. They need to, they need to. I mean, you live in Thermopolis. The Boys and Dam's like, what, 15 miles away? Be like the dam, okay? Hold it, okay? They only let out water every so often. Be the same way. You got to hold your blocks. The offense can't do anything if the offensive line's not doing their job. And unfortunately, that's been a kind of a common theme with Thermopolis. The offensive line has just sucked. I'm just going to say it on air. They've sucked over the past few years. And the offensive line just needs to get it together and quickly. The defensive line, not quite where I really would say that they need to be. The defensive line, I feel like, is not creating enough pressure, although, to be fair, there's not really been a lot of passing plays to go around, so you can't really have many opportunities to create that pressure. But the line is not, they're not getting into the backfield the way they need to be. Their linebackers are doing most of the work for them. A lot of the tackles tonight have come from the linebackers. We're talking, we're talking like Stam, we're talking Dukes, we're talking those guys. So the linebackers coming in, they're cleaning up. And I know the linebackers are kind of supposed to be a cleanup man anyway, just in case the defensive line lets a run by. But the linebackers have been doing way too much here. That's probably why the pass defense is as stout is, because the linebackers are great, but defensive line needs to find ways to get into the backfield and, more efficiently make some tackles back there. Keep Tongue River from progressing the ball here. But overall, I got to say, the Bobcats' first half, this is a big improvement from what we had in the Newcastle game, at least in my personal opinion. But the Bobcats need to do a lot more, and so does Tongue River, quite frankly. And I'm gonna say, I know they're coming off a loss. I know Tongue River. I know it's Sheridan. You're gonna lose. Okay, that's just how it is. Sheridan is Wyoming's most accomplished high school football program for a reason, but I feel like Tongue River just kind of feels demoralized losing to a JV team. They need to get things going. Caden Hill's a talented runner. They're using him. They're doing really well with him. Caden has had a lot of success on the field today, but what I'm kind of worried about is what Carter is Carter Maslowski. Like we said, he had 2 picks in that game against the Sheridan JV team. Kind of needs to get himself together. It's been a week now. You're back in the 2A conference play. Need to start seeing more things out of you. Pretty much all I had to say, really. Kind of want to give a couple shouts to a couple of people on both teams here. Caleb Vollmer, one of the guys I'm really impressed with. He's done pretty well on defense today. Also, really loving what I'm seeing from people like Cash Vollmer and Braxton Winfrey. And they just got to keep this going. Tongue River's defense is doing its job. They're not letting Thermopolis. They let that 1 touchdown in. That's been their blemish today. Tongue River's defense, fantastic. Thermopolis defense, fantastic. Aside from the defensive line, other than that, I mean, they're doing really well. Run defense is holding up on both sides. And when Thermopolis does a pass play, Tongue River's safeties and corners and linebackers are there to shut it down. Like I said, this is exactly like the Newcastle game. Okay? Defense is king right now. I think they can keep this up. Thermopolis, I guess it doesn't really matter if nobody else scores tonight. I think that's probably the best case scenario for Thermopolis if nobody else scores. 6-0 right now. Thermopolis not exactly comfortable where they're at right now. They could probably get a couple more points on the board. We'll just have to see when that final buzzer sounds. We'll be right back in about 6 minutes for the start of the second half, or actually more because they're going to add 3 minutes to the clock for the warm-up, but that's beside the point. We'll be back in about 6 to 8 minutes, and we'll be back for the start of the second half. So stay tuned. You're watching Varsity Football on Jason Sports Network. Welcome you back to coverage of varsity football on Two Basin Sports Network. The Thermopolis Bobcats and the Tongue River Eagles. The sun's starting to set behind the Wind River Range here in Thermopolis. 24 minutes to decide the winner of Week 1 here. Bobcats and the Eagles. And Bobcats, I believe this is their last 2A East opponent before league play starts next week. The Warland Warriors coming to Thermopolis. It's rivalry night. We'll bring that to you on Two Basin Sports Network. That's next Friday. Check the stream time for more details, I guess.
Kickoff.
The stream, it should be labeled as upcoming on our page, so hopefully the time is right there for you to see. But
Number 25, Caden Hill, that's deep for Tongue River.
And here they are getting ready. Bobcats got the ball to start the first half. Now they're going to kick off to start second. It's underway, back to return. And he'll get it on the far side, and he will be still on his feet, but finally brought down by a pride of Bobcats near the far side. I think that was number 24 on the run there. So let me see there. Like I said, this is not in numerical order. That's number 24, Gavin. Bobcats lined up. They're ready to go. 11 coming up for the Tongue River Eagles. They need to replace the LED panels on that scoreboard. That's like 10 years old. It's hard. Okay, halfway in there between the 40 and the 40. Between the 40 and the 41. So I guess you could probably make an argument that it is 6 yards, but
ends up in 3rd and 6.
3rd and long. We've got our student section problem fixed. They are over there on the band area. Rolls out to the left side. Throws. Quick pass. It's dropped. Good defense there still. Did not give up on the play. I think it was David King there on the... Jordan Garrison, actually. Was out in, check that. I'm sorry. Backfield. They've done that twice tonight. Or in this second half. And, we're only like a minute and a half into the third quarter. But the Bobcat defense holding strong again, and I say more than strong, more like Hercules strong. First down and 10 coming up in the Tongue River side. In motion is Aarons in shotgun formation, or shotgun set. It'll be a run up the middle, and a flag is thrown into the middle of the dog pile there. So second down and 6 could be coming up here if the penalty is not on Thermop.
And Sam, the ball carrier.
Of course, giving it off again to the senior, Zane Stam. He's gotten a lot of the duty tonight for Thermopolis. So let's see what the call is here.
Holding on the Bobcats.
And it's Newcastle all over again. The offensive line, of course, undoing a really good play. It's holding on Thermopolis. 10 minutes left here in the third quarter. And I threw a bit of a fit during the Newcastle game. If you watched last week's stream. Threw a little bit of a fit because there were about 3 or 4. Well, this time it's Tongue River's interior, but the pass throws it over to Dukes. Caught! What a catch there for Dukes! Second down coming up, his first completion of the night to Dell Dukes.
Armani Dukes to Dell.
Well, we said earlier that Dell needs to Dell and Armani need to get a better connection, and right now in the second half, they're starting it off strong. 10 minutes to go in the third. First completion of the night for Armani Dukes. And they're going to run it up the middle, and third down coming up as he's marked down about a yard past the marker. Third down. It feels nice out here, actually. Aaron's lining up, but getting in the position to go in motion. You got 2 guys into his hip here. The snap. Fake handoff a handoff to Stam. It wasn't faked. I'm sorry. I did a really good job in Newcastle about identifying those fakes. But this time, it's just kind of not the case. So I apologize for getting that call wrong. Fourth down time here. Well, I guess dusk. And the run is going to be marked down near the marker. I don't think it was quite there. It was Dukes, Aaron's, not Dukes. It's Chris Aaron's on the run. But, yep, it's first down coming up for the Bobcats. That's another Bobcat first down.
1st and 10.
The end zone is just in smelling distance here. First down. Not quite in the red zone yet. Oh, shoot. So my data ran out, and now the internet's being crappy. It shouldn't affect the sound. Apologize for that. We'll try to get it fixed in the fourth quarter. Armani Dukes rolling out to the right side. He's forced to drop back. Misses one tackle. Throws on the run, and incomplete. He tried to throw it to Nolan Collins on the play there. It'll bring up second down and 10. Kind of a dangerous throw there, but it falls safely incomplete. Like I said, Armani just does not have enough time. This is getting ridiculous now with the offensive line. He had 1 second. He dropped back, and he was like, oh, no, and he had to roll out to the right side. This is the problem. We'll just have to see. I believe it might be holding.
Tripped up by Thomas Fulmer. Penalty on the play.
So we'll see what the laundry's for here. Still waiting. Like we said, we are aware of the video having issues. That's because my data has ran out. Thank you. Wi-Fi from the school is not that great. So, the penalty is on the Bobcats, so they're going to move it back just a little bit. Again, we apologize for the choppy video. It's softball season all over again. I'll try to switch to the school Wi-Fi in the fourth quarter and see if that helps, but I can't promise anything. I knew this would happen. That's why you should sponsor us, so we can afford to get, It'll be a keeper by Dukes. He'll pitch it out to the right side. It's dropped, and he's got helmet-to-helmet contact there. Stam took a shot, shaking it off. He's wearing a shut F7. He'll be fine. He took a shot to the head, trying to dive for the ball on the play. Putting his body on the line out there. Third down and 6/3. Getting ready. He's got two men to his hip here. Ooh, one of the Tongue River guys got a little too close there, but a keeper by Dukes as he faked the handoff to Stam on the near side, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
Armani Dukes on the keeper. Brought down by Nate Ridgway. Fourth down.
So once again, Bobcats getting a fourth down and long inside of their own territory. They have not even crossed into the red zone at all this game. Yes, there's a touchdown on the board, but that was scored from 60 yards out. The snap, here comes Dukes on the pass. He's going to get a lot of pressure. He's being chased down. Big man wants his donut. He's going to throw to the side, incomplete. So turnover on downs for the Bobcats, and that'll bring Tongue River. That'll bring Tongue River a first down and 10 here to 35, and that is the same situation. Oh, there's a flag down on the play, actually, so we might not have a turnover yet. Although could be holding, you never know.
No flag on the play.
No flag on the play.
Tongue River.
So they threw the laundry for no reason. Somebody's got a bit of a trigger reflex. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 18 minutes to go in the game itself.
The ball is on their own 25-yard line.
So Tongue River is going to break out the snap. Tongue River getting a couple of their receivers here, also kind of going out in a bit of a pro set. It'll be a run up the middle, and he is going to stay on his feet. And forward progress is stopped, and they will whistle the play dead. So they'll mark him down about a 2-yard gain, maybe 1 yard, 2 yards-ish. 6 minutes to go in the third. And got a couple of subs coming out here as 1975 50. So Lance Axtell, Tyler Morris, and Cruz Mascaro headed to the bench here. And the run to the outside. He's going to try and stiff arm a couple of people, but Duke's there for the tackle. Also assisted by Zane Stam on the play. And so that will bring up third down on the play. By the way, I should also plug, I believe that Middle School has a game against Shoshone tomorrow. I believe that will be in Shoshone. So go support Thermopolis Middle School. Also, Hot Springs County games tomorrow, as they'll be attending the Lander Jamboree, facing on teams like Worland and Lander 9. The pass up the middle, and it is dropped. Tongue River has not had any success on the passing tonight.
Pass from Maslowski to Walker.
And Mike was out. Carter Maslowski tried to pass it there. Just fell short of the ground. I think it just kind of fell out of his hand there. 4th down and 6 coming up for the Tongue River Eagles.
Punt.
And they will punt it away here. So back to punt it away will be, I can't tell. I think it's 15. This one will fall near the middle, and they will down it there as
Bobcats will take over 1st and 10.
As Caleb Vollmer was there to down it for the Eagles. Bobcats will take over again. Another attempt at the offense. I think this is their 7th drive of the game, and they've only scored on 1. Armani Dukes under center. I think it's single back here. And one of the Tongue River guys jump, but they don't call it. And a botched snap. Dukes is going to get swallowed up in the backfield. Tongue River jumped off, but they did not call it there. Maybe I'm mistaken. 2nd and 15 coming up, though. Either way. Or 14, never mind.
Loss on the play. Bring up 2nd down.
And again, just not a great snap by the center. The offensive line just not doing anything for Thermopolis here today. Drops back the pass. He's going to throw it deep. Dale Dukes beats his man, and it's overthrown. And Dukes is not... Oh, Dukes is hurt. Dale Dukes is limping over there on the near side. No, he is not okay. Dukes is down. And Jeremy just raced past me, so they're going to take care of that. Dale is down. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Injury timeout for Thermopolis. I'd like to welcome you back to LeRoy Hayes Field. Dukes is walking back to the sideline under his own power. So that is a very good thing. They're going to take a look at him over there on the sideline. But he was walking under his own power. You can even see it on the bottom of the screen there. Just kind of getting himself situated here. He is walking. Hopefully it's nothing too serious in the game, but if not, hopefully we'll see him again next week. The snap, it'll be a near side here. It'll be an option run here for Dukes. Going through a defender, still on his feet. And brought down close to the 35. First down, Bobcats. I'm not going to get too excited, though, because this happened a lot in the Newcastle game. They'll get a lot of fantastic runs in their half of the field. But once they get into the opponent's side, things get a lot tougher. They're not able to move the ball quite as efficiently. 3:38 left to go in the third quarter. Program alert. Next week, we'll be covering rivalry night as the Whirling Warriors come to town to take on the Thermopolis Bobcats for the first time since 2008. Coverage will start when it starts, I guess. Snap. And fake. Armani Duke still using his feet. And he is brought down close to the 30. Second down coming up for the Bobcats. 3 minutes left on the board.
Caden Hill.
Caden Hill, once again, we've heard his name a lot today on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball. He's just had a fantastic night. Clock continues. Hash. Second down and 7 off the 3-yard gain by Dukes. Back-to-back good runs there. On back-to-back carries. Under center, I doubt he'll carry it this time. Might be a run play. I think it might just be a pitch here. And it is. And far side, it's Aaron's, and he'll be brought down near the first down. Pretty good run there. Bobcats they're getting better. They are definitely getting better on the run game. Their Newcastle stuff, like I said, Zane Stam was probably the only half-competent runner last week for the Bobcats. But right now, it looks like they're really getting the hang of things here. I guess the further you go with the system, the better you're going to get at it. That's just natural progression. But in motion, this pitch to the outside. He's going to run with it for a first down and maybe just a little bit more. And he'll be brought down near the 22-yard line, 23-yard line, actually. So 3 yards away from the first red zone alert of the night. 2 minutes left in the third. Of course, we're still fiddling with the internet here. It's a little bit better. It's showing yellow on my monitor, so we'll have to see. And a run into the middle. There it is in. Touchdown, Bobcats. Barely even caught it, but there you go.
Number 12, Armani Dukes for the touchdown.
Dukes kept it for the keeper. Touchdown, Bobcats. And a fantastic run. Probably didn't see it. Up. Did I just hear a train horn? That's some Matizzi stuff right there.
Touchdown, Bobcats.
So let's see here. They're gonna kick the PAT here. But let's see if they will make it. They've not had a. For last time they attempted a PAT in the first quarter, it was not good. We'll just have to see how this goes here. Kick is up, and it is good. So with that, Bobcats on top here in the fourth quarter. And significantly harder for Tongue River to bounce back. 21-0 when we come back. They're actually now losing connection, so this is great. Yeah, thanks, Hot Springs County High School Wi-Fi, you suck. Or at least get some extenders or something out here near the stadium. There's a cell tower out here, but there's barely any Wi-Fi out here, which, running out, center. He's going, oh, what a hit as he's swallowed up. Big hit there out near the 20-yard line. It smells like a sugar beet factory. Look, the local game's not for 3 weeks. Why am I smelling sugar beet? 21-0. Tongue River back in this game. Or sorry, back on offense. 11:46 to go here. Once again, we apologize to our audience. The Wi-Fi is not the best right now. There's not much we can really do except get Starlink. Tongue River on the snap. The quarterback's gonna pass it here, throws it, and it's picked off! Near midfield, still there, he's taken down. Somebody's honking their horn, I don't know who, but Thermopolis on the interception. Dell Dukes, he had an interception earlier in the game. Of course there's a flag. So let's see what the flag's on. If it's on Tongue River, I'll be happy. If it's on Thermopolis, I will be PO.
Penalty on Tongue River.
It's on the Eagles. So there you go. Thermopolis on the interception. 11:35 to go in the game, and they are... So what did Bowker say in the locker room to get this team fired up? Because these guys are playing... This is like an entirely different team. The way they were playing in the first quarter, in the first half, is night and day to the second half. And I hope the Bobcats aren't going to be some kind of second half team this year. But, I'll take it. It's 21-0 right now. The Bobcats are up. And they're also in enemy territory right now. The snap, it'll be a run up the middle here. Still on his feet and finally brought down. It took quite a few Eagles there to take him down.
14 on the play.
Well, the cheerleaders are doing the red hot chant, and the Bobcats are indeed red hot.
Bobcats.
They're about ready to score again. It's a red zone alert for your Thermopolis Bobcats. Somewhere and sit down. You're shaking my camera. Bobcats up, and it's going to be a run to the middle, and he is still on his feet and finally brought down.
Sam, the ball carrier. Ridgeway.
They should not allow little kids at these games, I swear. I've been saying that for years. If you can't watch your kids, leave them at home. 10 minutes left here. Fourth quarter. Bobcats up 21-0, and kids are throwing Mountain Dew bottles. Get me out of here. Armani Dukes under center. The snap. It'll be a run up the far side. He is thrown down for a gain on the play. Third down coming up here inside the red zone. Third down, and I think this will be 4. So for a 3-yard gain on the run. Oh, would you look at that? The Wi-Fi is actually good enough for me to have like a good-ish stream going on. Good. Thank you. Now the Wi-Fi here at the high, it's about as bipolar as Wyoming weather. Can you please, for the love of God, stop throwing things? And it'll be a run up the middle. Bobcat's going to get marked down near the marker. Don't know how close. Can't quite see. Can't quite see if he was on. It's an issue of angles. It's not. I don't need my eyes checked. It's just an issue of the angle here. You gotta remember. You can see for yourself. We're marked down. I'll pan the camera. We're right down looking at the 40-yard line. So that should give you some perspective of how difficult it kind of is to make these kinds of calls. Tongue River making a sub on defense. It is in fact for. Oh no, they're gonna measure it here. They're going to measure the ball here, the ball placement. Just run in a straight line. Maybe run to the left a little bit. No, I'm just joking. 9:30 left on the board, and they are measuring it. First down, Bobcats. And that is going to make it first and goal for your Thermopolis Bobcats. At least I think. Is it? I think so. Yep, first and goal for the Cats. They're right there, I think, on the 10-yard line. First and 10 coming up. First and goal. The snap. It'll be a run to the near side. He's still on his feet. It's Dukes, and he'll dive into the end zone. Touchdown! By the way, I just realized the microphone was off, so if you were listening instead of watching, Bobcats just scored off of a 10-yard run by Armani Dukes. Touchdown, Bobcats. They missed the extra point. They kicked it, actually. 27-0 on the board. So we're not going to be right back. We're actually just going to get the camera feed back on. 27-0, Bobcats on top. Bobcats just completely defying my expectations. I expected this to be the other way around.
Bourne to kick off for the Bobcats.
I thought this was going to be one of those games that finished like 33-14. That Tongue River was going to dominate. No, it's the exact opposite. The kick up and away. 9-16 on the board. He'll catch it. Near side, and he is going to stutter step a little bit of helmet contact there. And he is brought down near side. An explosive game for the Bobcats. Not as explosive as Taco Bell, but you know.
And we'll return to Tongue River.
Hashtag not sponsored.
And
I just need to put masking tape on this camera.
First and 10, Tongue River.
I'm trying to keep the camera off these guys' faces. So parents, you're welcome. So here come the Tongue River Eagles. Ball on the 32-yard line, 1st and 10. Stepping back. The snap. It'll be a rollout to the left side for Wazowski. I'm just joking. But he'll be sacked, brought down in the backfield. And just very unfortunate there as Carter Maslowski was not able to get anywhere there. Mike Wazowski. It's Carter Maslowski. I'm just doing the Mike Wazowski thing because it's funny. Mike Wazowski. It's a Monsters, Inc. reference. Okay? That movie's like, 23 years old? Some of y'all should be getting that by now. So a timeout has been called. Tongue River using one of their 3 timeouts. They're the first ones to use timeouts here in this 27-0 game. We'll be right back. I'd like to welcome you back inside of, oh Lord. I'd like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field. It seems like our camera has succumbed to the fans here. This thing is not secured, so jumping on the bleachers knocks it off, which is why I get so upset with these kids running around. Get off the goddamn seat. I had this problem kind of in Newcastle, but the fans didn't knock the camera down.
Hill on the reception.
So
Down by
we missed a play, so we apologize for that. There was a catch. 8 minutes to go here. Third down in a Walmart parking lot here in Thermopolis. Please, just find somewhere and freaking sit down. It's my fault for having a webcam as a camera, but a throw to the far side, and it's broken up. I couldn't see the number there, but broken up on the far side by the corner. And that is going to bring up 4th down and 16 for Tongue River. And I think it might be time for Thermopolis to get their freshman out there. This is probably the exact definition of garbage time.
Tongue River. Back deep.
The kick. And it's going to be down by Tongue River near the 45-yard line. These kids are getting on my nerves. They're middle schoolers right next to me. Just getting on my freaking nerves. No, that's just middle schoolers for you in general.
Just a reminder, fans, I
like them better when they're on a football
next Friday night. As they take on
By the way, unfortunately, we will not be bringing any coverage of middle school games, so don't ask. I know we did it last year, but unfortunately, just scheduling conflicts. The TMS has their games either on Tuesdays, Thursdays, or Saturdays, and it's just not working with my schedule because I coach youth football and it's whatever. So, we're not broadcasting any TMS or JV games. It'll be a run to the. Oh, here comes Dukes. He's still on his feet, and it took like 3, 4, 5 Eagles to take him down. 2nd down coming up, and a great run by Armani Dukes. Speaking of Dukes, I don't see Dale on the sideline. I think he's out there now. By the way, we apologize for inconsistencies within the stream here. I know sometimes it's doing good, sometimes it's doing bad. We were going off of a Spectrum hotspot, but I ran out of data, so now we're going off the Wi-Fi at Hot Springs County High School. Obviously, we're not in Hot Springs County High School. We're on LeRoy Hayes Field. A run up to the middle there, and they'll be marked down. Just a small gain on the play. So 3rd down coming up for Thermopolis. But yeah, we're going off of the high school Wi-Fi. We're out here at LeRoy Hayes Field. You can see how that's a problem.
The first Tongue River Eagle on the tackle.
We're a low-budget operation. We don't have the budget that KDNO has, so we're sorry. I mean, this is kind of what you get. This is why you should sponsor us, so we can actually get actual equipment. And a run, breaks free, down to the 30, and he's inside the 25. 1st down for the Bobcats. Halfway through the 4th quarter, and an explosive run. Who was that on the carry?
18 on the play. First attempt.
I'm trying to find out who that was. I don't know who. I don't know what the name was. The PA announcer went through my mic, so you could probably know who it was. But 6 minutes to go here. 4th quarter, 20-0. Please, sit down. You're knocking off my camera. And it's going to be a run to the near side. I think it's Dukes on the carry. And he is marked down.
Armani Dukes on the keeper. Caden Hill on the tackle for Tongue River.
Get out. Thank you.
Straight down on the play.
Second down and 7. You gotta remember, folks, we're sitting in the bleachers. We do not have access to the press box. You can thank KDNO for that. A run to the outside, a big run to the outside. Far side, he's in. Touchdown, but there's flags.
Touchdown.
Looks like Cannon Boren on the run there, but I can't.
Cannon Boren on the run.
Yep, it was. It was Boren. He had a fantastic run to the outside, but there's a flag. Probably holding. And looks like it's coming back.
Holding penalty on the Bobcats.
I'm getting real ticked off right now. I think next time I'm just going to bring masking tape so this is not an issue. Getting ready for the snap. Boren under center, I believe. He's going to send a man in motion. This is basically the JV team out there. And a run near side. Breaks free. Down inside the 10. He's still on his feet. In the end zone. Touchdown.
Bobcats. Bridger Pyle.
Bridger Pyle on the run.
40-yard touchdown.
And it will make it a 33-0 ball game. And you can hear the train horn. I think it's a fan from near where the old wooden play park was. Somebody in their truck that has access to a train horn somehow. I don't know how that is. Or maybe it's somebody over there near the little power station there, adjacent to the field. Who knows? The snap, it'll be a PAT. The kick is up, but there's a flag. It's good, but there's a flag on the play.
There's a penalty on the play.
So let's see what the flag on the play was. This game is not going the way that Tongue River wanted it. I think that. And the kick is up, and it's cut off. We apologize. That was not on your end. That was on ours. Like we said, unreliable Hot Springs County High School Wi-Fi. But kick is good. This game is not going the way Tongue River wanted. So with that, the kickoff squad's going to come on, 34-0 here in Thermopolis. A complete blowout. I think this is 2020 all over again. The Bobcats, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of too early to really tell in the season if they're going to be any good.
For the Bobcats.
But a win over Tongue River, a win over a win over Newcastle, and a win over Tongue River could spell great things for this team. I don't know what the cops are doing, but sorry about that. The kick on its way, and what? In the hands, he'll run middle, running near side, trying to juke. Oh my Lord! Who was that on the tackle? I'd like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field. Tongue River Eagles and Thermopolis Bobcats here at LeRoy Hayes Field opening night. And coming out of the timeout, the Bobcats did call the timeout. Tongue River has possession. And a pitch to the outside. He's got room, and he'll be brought down on the run. I think the run was by number 39. So the run was made there on the carry by Jack Melger, senior. And this is not the same Tongue River team. I know I've said this plenty of times already, but this is not the same Tongue River team I remember. It's actually kind of sad to see. I guess they're just running into the same woes that every high school football program runs into eventually. I mean, heck, the Bobcats were great in the 90s, and then they were great in like 09, 10, stuff like that, and then they fell off a cliff. It happens to everybody. Kemmerer had success, and then they had 0-8 seasons. Run to the outside. It's Melker again, I believe. And he'll be brought down. Coming up here, 3rd and 7. 3 minutes left on the board.
Prisoner Kyle.
So this one, I don't understand close for so long, but this fourth quarter has gotten out of control, or the second half has gotten out of control for Tongue River. It was 6-0 when we started, and now it's up to 34-0. That's actually kind of impressive if you think about it. Rolls out to the right side, throws it, and caught. I thought it was picked, but it's going to be a first down for Tongue River.
The pass from now, Varsity.
So the clock will not run, it doesn't look like. So first down is coming up for Tongue River off of an 8-yard reception. Clock is running now, so that's great. It's officially nighttime here at Thermopolis. The lights are illuminating LeRoy Hayes Field. You can still see a little bit of the surrounding landscape, but it's Friday night lights. What else can you say? Friday night lights. That's why they call it that. By the way, for those who are just tuning in, we apologize for the skipping on the video. Not much we can do about that. We are under the Hot Springs County Wi-Fi. We were under a Spectrum hotspot earlier, but we ran out of data. So he'll lower his shoulder there. He'll run to the far side, brought down for a gain of about 4 on the play, maybe 5. Wow, actually, I think the cheerleaders have actually got some new chances here. I am not in the loop with the high school and their staff these days. Of course, I'm no longer a student. I graduated in 22, so I don't know if they replaced their cheerleading director or if they just decided to add some stuff to the chants. But this kind of feels like an overhaul of the cheerleading squad this year. I kind of like it. Still the same uniforms when I was in high school, though. Rolls out to the right side. Has a couple of Bobcats right by him. And he'll get past the marker for the first down. I guess that's what happens when you have a couple of freshmen in at the defensive line. But first down coming up for the Tongue River Eagles.
Run for the Eagles.
41-yard line is where he is at. Tongue River still has their starters, and the clock is going to continue to tick down. And we are now down to the final 60 seconds. Well, I guess it's 1:05 on the board now, but he'll be sprinting off the field. That was number 60. Well, now it's less than a minute. So Logan Defoe was sprinting off the field. Rolls out to the right. Looking, he'll throw, and it is caught. And he is wrestled down by a couple of Bobcats on play. I think the guy that made the tackle was Dale. I'd like to welcome you back inside of Hot Springs County High School at LeRoy Hayes Field here in Thermopolis. The nighttime is here, and we have 42 seconds left. Tongue River is down 34-0. Bobcats will take on the Worland Warriors next week. As for the Tongue River High School football program, they take on Burns. That'll be at 2 p.m. on the 13th of September. Burns Bronx come to Dayton. That's a heck of a drive up from Burns. In. Brought down. Bobcats kind of shaking him up a little bit there as he is drawn all the way back. 28 seconds. Tongue River called a timeout, and I don't know why. Or they called a timeout last play, and I don't know why. I mean, you're down by 34 points. Wouldn't you want to get out of here?